Welcome back to Teach Me Money Methods. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to write good content for SEO. So first of all, what we're going to be doing is we're going to need to analyze the top 10 to 20 results for what is currently ranking on Google, okay? And then we're going to create the same or similar H2 headings for our content. And then we're going to write at least the minimum average of words that other ranking sites already have. So for example, if you want to read through this, but basically if the top 3 to 5 ranking sites have 2,500 words or more for their content, I'm just throwing that number out there. It could be 1,000 words, could be 2,000 words or 3,000 words. But in this example, if the average is 2,500 words, then you're going to need to aim to write your content at around 2,500 words as well. You need to at least write the minimum of what they're doing in order to be able to compete. So if you don't have a higher domain authority than they do, and you write a 1,000-word post and they have 2,500 words, you're just not going to rank. You've got to do something better. Definitely needs to be at least the same, but you want to try to offer even more value and do something better than what they have. And that can be more content, it can be more domain authority, it can be more backlinks, but something's got to give. You've got to be able to outrank them, right? There's a reason why they are at the top in their ranking. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through, and I'm in this keyword tool right here. This is what my go-to keyword tool. It's Rank IQ. I will leave a link below. You can go check it out. It's pretty cheap. It's $49 a month. And what they do is they actually human manual review every single keyword that gets put in their keyword library, and it goes through a series of tests. Now, the person that owns Rank IQ, Brandon Gailey, gets millions of visitors to his blogs per month. He's an SEO expert, and so he knows how to find these keywords that are high traffic, low competition, as far as they should be easier to rank for. And so they go through an algorithm, and then they also get manually reviewed. So it's a really cool way to get keywords for your niche. And if you come up here, you actually get not a million, but there's over 300 niches inside of here. There's so many niches that you can go into that they've already gathered a ton of keywords for. So in one of my sites, I am in the make money online niche. So that's what we're going to go for. So you can come down here, and I'm going to find a keyword that we can go and do an example for and write. So let's see right here. So here's one: what to sell door to door to make money. So we can take this keyword right here. All right. I'm going to copy it, but I'm also going to come over here and say run reports. And so now it's going to go out there and it's going to do some analysis. It's this tool in particular, all on-page optimization tools like Surfer SEO and Phrase and others, they all are going to run a different set of queries and analyze it in a different way. What Rank IQ does is it's going to go out and analyze the top 30 ranking pages, the top 30, and it's going to look at how much content they all have on their site, and it's going to come up with an average amount of words that you need in order to have a good chance of ranking on the top first page of Google. And then it's also going to tell us how we can optimize our post, right? So while it's doing that, we'll come back, but I'm going to go and we're going to look at this tool here. Now, this is Jasper AI. I've been using this tool for about a year now and still pay after a year for this tool because it's just so good. The value that it offers and the quality of AI content that it actually is able to produce is like none other. And so with that said, you're welcome to click the link below as well to go check this out. If you haven't already, you can actually sign up for a free trial to Jasper. And I believe you get 10,000 words for free just to try the tool out, which is pretty cool. Just click that link below. It'll take you to the free offer. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And there's all kinds of different things you can do. Go to templates, right? And there are so many modules that we can use, but we're going to go and do some long form content generation, right? So I'm going to go into the long form here, blog post workflow. And we're going to put in our keyword right here. And I'm just going to say, I'm going to actually come through, write a blog post about what to sell door to door to make money, the top 5 ways, something like that, right? And then we're going to put in our keyword in here again that we're really going for. I'm going to say continue, and then it can actually go out and start generating some titles for us. And that's something I like about this software. It's just super, super slick, super fast as well. All right, so we're going to go door-to-door sales, what to sell, and how to make money. That's pretty cool. Door-to-door sales, the top 5 things to sell for the greatest profit. These are all really good titles. 5 ways to sell door-to-door and make money. 5 ways door-to-door. I think that when you put the number at the beginning, it actually does work really, really well. So what to sell door-to-door to make money, but I really want to go laser targeted on that keyword. So I think that what we're going to do is just going to we're just going to put this one in as our title. And then right here, I'm going to say top 5 ways, something like that. We're going to use that one, and then we're going to generate our intro paragraph. Okay. And while that is going, we can look at this. Looking to make some extra money. One great way to do that is by selling door to door. There are a number of products and services that you can sell in this way, and it's a great way to get your feet wet in the world of sales. In this blog post, we will discuss the top 5 ways to sell door to door and make some extra cash. That is great. I don't even need to read the other 2. That one is perfect. Use this one, open editor, and just like that, we're ready to dive in. Over here, you can change the tone of voice if you want to. I usually leave it on medium. I just get the best outputs by leaving it on medium. So then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this button here, and I'm going to say, Jasper, write me an outline based on the title and content brief. And I'm going to say Control Enter. And then it's going to take that and it's going to go out and give me an outline. And there we go. Boom. We've got our outline is all right here and we're ready to go. Pretty dang cool. We're going to come back to this, but let's go check out our rank IQ so we can get some more stats on what we need to do with this. Okay. So this is telling us if you want to have the best chance to rank on Google for what to sell door to door to make money, we're going to need A++ content, and you'll see what that is in a minute, but A++ content. So basically we need really good content. Suggested word count is 2,254 words. So that's great. That's right in line with the sweet spot for me is 2,000 to 2,500 words. And that's usually what works and so yeah, 2,000 to 2,500 words is a good sweet spot. Sometimes you're going to have to hit those pillar posts 4,000 or 5,000 words. And I have seen Rank IQ actually ask for that over 3,000 words, but this has analyzed 30 pieces of content, the top 30, and it's telling you what you need to do. Okay. And then you can come down here. It gives you like a whole report. You'd be better off if you, by most importance, you want to bring all these into the equation, all these topics right here. And then it also gives us some good titles that we could use for our blog post. We already have ours, but you can use these titles as well. And it tells you what you definitely need to include is from the top down as well, right? So it's basically saying the top 30 results, door was used 58 times in the titles. So that tells you how important it is. Then it'll come through here and so it also shows that the top page, and this is something that just might be worth noting, right? The top page has 4,240 words and it is an A++ rated content. So they've got everything. They're completely fully optimized and they have over 4,000 words. And somebody else, I would be willing to bet that this website right here has a lot of domain authority, and that's why it's able to get away with way shorter content and not even that great of content, right? So this is why the tool is telling us if we want us to stand a chance. And what you can do with your content as well is rank the 2,200 words that we come up with right now in Jasper, right? And once it hits that page 1, it ranks number 10 or 9, then we can come back in here and do further optimization at that point, right? And maybe build a couple backlinks and then boom, now you're competing in the top 3. So that's how I would go about doing that. Okay, so then the next thing that we can do is we're going to click on this content optimizer button. And once we click on the content optimizer, we're going to be able to actually put our content in here and we're going to be able to optimize it the way that Rank IQ is telling us to optimize it. Okay. So we're back here in Jasper. We're going to take our content, what to sell, door to door. What are some popular items? So right here, I'm just going to push the return button and I'm going to say compose. and it should start writing. There are a number of products and services that you can sell. The most popular items tend to be home goods, such as appliances, furniture, and decor. You could also sell things like food, clothing, candles. But there's one more thing that I want to put in here as well. You can also sell solar panel installation to homeowners and push compose and let Jasper just continue to write. Okay, so I'm going to go like that, and everything else looks pretty good. Just about anything can be sold door to door with a bit of effort. And compose. So you can see we're already at 349 words and we've barely even typed anything. And we're just going to keep coming through up here real quick. Top 5 ways to sell door to door. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can just clean this up. We're going to do a couple more together. Push return right here, how to sell door to door. Maybe it'll go and give us an explanation on what tips there are. First, be polite and respectful. Awesome. And we'll just keep writing. And then right here, I'll just trim that off right there. And then we have that is done as well. You can push return right here. This right here can actually be an H3, right? And then I'll make that an H3. And while we're doing that, we may as well come up and make this an H2. Make these two H3s. And there'll be a little bit of cleanup, right? I'll bold that one. Or you could even make that one an H2, I guess. We'll make that an H2. We'll make this one an H2 as well. So now we're starting to look at some good formatting. We'll keep coming down. And we'll finish off with an H2 over here. Each one of these can be H3. And then and then finish with an H2. So once you get it all set up, now we can continue to go and continue writing. Push compose. How do you find potential customers in your area? And that one, it didn't work. So we're going to come back up here and I'm just going to say, Jasper, write about how to find potential customers in your area for door-to-door sales. Control, and then what you want to do is you want to make sure you highlight that, Control Enter, and it's going to go out there and write that for us. So when it comes to finding potential customers from door-to-door sales, it's important to do your research. You want to find neighbors where there is high concentration, one great way, and we'll finish it off. And those two, we'll just go ahead and we'll just bold those two. We won't make them H3s. And then right here, I'm going to come and return. Perfect. All right, so we've got that. Then how do you dress for a successful day of selling door to door? I'm going to highlight this, and what is the short key? We're going to go up here and we're going to go shortcuts, short codes, and keyboard shortcuts. So if I do the Control Shift Enter, it will also hold this there, in which we want it to do that. So Control Shift Enter, and it should, when it comes to dressing for a day to selling door, so it did great, right? So it stayed very laser focused, and it wrote what we wanted to. And these right here, we can also kind of bold those. And I'm not going to make them H3s because we have enough H3s, I believe. If you wanted to just continue to break this down further in your content, you can absolutely do that. Jasper has no problem handling that, but we're going to come through here and finish this up real quick. I'm going to push pause and I'll show you the end results. Okay, so we've almost got this done, but we've gotten down here to this last part right here. And I've accidentally deleted the fourth step. So what we're going to actually do is, and it's writing all that in H3. So perfect. And you would want to run through here and fix up some stuff that does not need to be H3s, right? Like that doesn't need to be an H3. So clean up the content, right? That's an H2 and that's an H3. That's fine. Okay, so then once we come down through here, I don't have number 4. So there's a couple different things you could do. We can actually open up the Power Editor right here and go to outlines, and we can actually go and get another outline for this. But I want to try this real quick. If I just say 4 and then just say compose, it might come up with an idea on its own right here. Door-to-door sales, the pros and cons. Nope, it didn't do that. So which the pros and cons would be kind of cool to put in here, but we're not going to do that right now. And you can see we're already at 1,200 words. So what I'm going to do is we will take this right here, the title, we'll come over here to the Power Editor, and then we will go to blog post outline. We'll put that in right there, and then we will say generate content. And it's just really cool the way you can use this tool in so many different ways. All right, so collect recyclable materials from people's homes and sell them to recycling centers. Sell candy, flowers, or magazines. Okay, let's just use sell candy, flowers, and magazines. That's cool. As our fourth. All right, so we'll go like that, and then we will make this an H2. And then what we'll do is come back into the regular editor mode and see if we can get right here, and then Control-Shift-Enter, and we'll write on how to sell candy flowers. When selling candy flowers and magazines, it just went off and did great. We'll take that and we'll reset the style, enter, and then we'll expand on this a little bit more because we need a little bit more content. And I'll be right back. We will just continue doing this. We're at almost 1,400 words, and we'll be right at that 2,200 words where we need to be at in just a minute. Okay, so we're back. You can see we are at 2,058 words. That took about 15 minutes steering Jasper into creating this content. And I will just do one quick sweep here just to kind of make sure there's no extra spaces in between, right? We have plenty of H2s and H3s in here. And we will just fix any extra spaces in between content. And like so, like right here, we'll probably reset the styling on that and maybe just bold those. This right here probably could be the return right there, maybe an H3. That's good. And then we've got our final thoughts paragraph right here where Jasper just literally did all this with the click of a button. And we're at over 2,000 words. Looks good. So then what we would do is we would take this and I would just do a Control-A, Control-C. You can actually come up here and fix grammar as well if you wanted to. And you can also go and use Copyscape or use inside here. It does cost extra money inside of Jasper, but you can also check for plagiarized content as well. But I'm going to take all this, we're going to copy that, we're going to go over to Rank IQ, and we're going to just paste. And then we are going to see what we have here with the 2,000 words. I'm going to save the draft. And right now it's still saying we have an F, but now check this out. Show unused right here. So door salesman. So we're going to be right here. So let's talk about how to become a better door salesperson. So you can attract a potential buyer. And then what I'll do is I'll just continue to come through here, sales team. Like right here, for example, you may not have a sales team, but you can be successful door selling by using good body language and facial expressions. And you can see right there, that's what went from F to D minus. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video and I'll show you. I'm going to get this up to an A++. And I usually stop the word count at a couple hundred words before it says right here, like you can see right here, because by the time I type all this out and get all these keywords in my article naturally, then my grade will go up to an A++, and then I'll also have definitely meet the word count criteria. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause real quick, and I'll be back when I'm done doing this. Okay, so we're back. I've spent about 5 minutes going through here. I'm going to show you what we've used. Look at all these keywords right here that we've used and put in here all the green check marks, which is good. We can continue optimizing this by adding more keywords in here. I've got a B score. I could spend another 10 minutes optimizing this, but I'm going to go ahead and actually leave it. This is good enough for me. I've reached the word count, 2,267 words in this article, and I only needed 2,254. So we're right at that cusp. I'm going to save this draft, okay? And then what we'll do is we will actually just take this, Control-A, Control-Copy. We'll go into our dashboard, right? and we'll say new post right inside of WordPress. We'll come down here to the second line right here, and we'll do a Control V and paste this. And you can see this is super cool. It keeps all of your formatting, all the H2s, all the H3s. Everything looks really, really good. Let's scroll up. Obviously, we're going to add images to this, and then we're going to put in our title right over here. Scroll to the top real quick. We've got our title right here. Boom. Come back over here to our blog post, put that in right there. Okay. And then what you would do is you would want to add every 100 to 200 words, where we would add an image inside of here. I'm not going to show you in this tutorial how to do that, but you just add an image into your post, optimize it, right? So then and then put a featured image, and then you have all this content right here. We've measured how many words we need to rank for this, right? We can optimize based on, I was using Rank IQ, but you can use any tool that you're using. I mentioned plenty of other tools that you can use to do the on-page optimization. And this is how you write good SEO content for the search engines, right? How to write good content for SEO, because when you do follow these steps, then you're going to rank at the top. Okay. So again, I'll leave a link below to Rank IQ and Jasper. Those are my top 2 tools I'm using in my business daily to drive traffic. That's it for this video. I hope you got value from this, and I'll see you in the next video.